Yeah, it was really hard for me to focus on the baby because I was like, I want to put cream all over that ass with that spatula.
Like, you know when you're like sunburnt and like you feel a little bit sick from being sunburnt?
Obviously, I know what that feeling is. I'd be so for real. That's me June through August.
My tags are 2 years expired.
Are you?
But here's why.
I even texted her and I was like, yo, should I bring a resume? Because my resume is not updated. It says nanny. That's it.
Yeah, I'd never. It couldn't be me. I've never people please.
No, I don't care. Fuck
I never
people.
peed my pants as a kid because I was embarrassed to ask for the bathroom.
Oh my. I just signed a lease to this place until next March, so.
Interesting.
No.
Right after Saturn is done in your 8th house.
Calm your tits. This is getting crazy. I have one credit card and the limit is $1,000 and it's the only one I've ever had because I'm scared.
And I've had like cocktails twice in 1 week.
Oh,
which is more than I had all of last year. So I think my body's like rebelling.
Yeah.
No, I think it's a type of fish.
A guppy?
Yeah.
I just hit the microphone again. Oh, shit.
We're getting fired.
Okay. Does this feel appropriate? Hi, I'm a podcaster. I'm not going to hit the microphone. Yeah, this feels right.
In a world where discomfort is actively avoided, therapy is not accessible to many, we have found that talking it out has been a form of free therapy in itself. I'm Chloe.
And I'm Kelly. And we dive into topics like death, divorce, disordered eating, debt, and every taboo topic in between.
With that,
Who's ready to get taboo?
No one cares. I know no one cares. I need to not care. I know. Fuck, I can't accept anything anymore. That is what it is. It's 7 p.m. Also, look at those nuts though. Pull them out. Look at how salty they are. Look at how much salt is on. The whole bag is salt.
That's salt?
That's salt. It's so strong. I can't even eat them. They make me sweat. I don't know. I was like eating them and I was like,
through a strainer.
oh my God, isn't that insane? I was like, okay, well, I can't. Pass out when you're done.
We got that on camera. It's going everywhere.
Fuck. Jesus fucking Christ. That was awful.
That was too funny.
That was too startling.
Sorry, Henny.
Ugh. I mean, it's my own fault. I said toss it when you're done, and then I literally looked away.
Yeah.
You're agreeing, asshole.
How can you go on camera like this?
Chloe!
I'm so blotchy and red.
Let me see.
Okay.
You're not
Don't look at me.
You're tan!
No, honey.
Yes.
No.
Oh, God.
How do I
Do you think that this episode's gonna go super messy?
With the way my morning has started, this is not gonna go well.
That's okay. I feel like I think that people like us better when we're messy.
Do
you
they?
know?
It's endearing.
I think I'm gonna just answer for them and say yes. Yeah, okay. I don't that pillow up there was crazy.
That was a lot to take in. I'm sorry.
That was too much. Okay. I'm gonna adjust. I'm gonna not hit the mic the whole time we record.
Good luck.
Yeah,
brother.
let me just. Okay. Does this feel appropriate? Hi, I'm a podcaster. I'm not gonna hit the microphone. Yeah, this feels right. No? Okay. Anyway, go ahead. Hi.
I'm embarrassed. You look so good right now.
Oh, God, thank you. Jesus. Shut up. You come in here in the summers with your little fucking
What?
sets.
What? Sets?
And the top of your ab is abbing and
the top of my ab was not abbing last summer. Well, let's be so for real.
Because it was.
Okay, that's crazy.
Be
Anyways.
so for real. Anyway, hey.
Anyways, how you doing?
I don't know.
Do you want to hear about my morning?
More than anything, please. Please start talking.
Hi, guys. Welcome back.
I think we're getting worse at this. We're creeping up on a year of podcasting, and I think we're
like rapidly devolving. We're losing listeners at an exponential rate.
Yeah, it's gonna be like my mom and Kathleen left. Maybe Aunt Sarah on a good day.
I think that they will.
I know. They've stuck through though. I'm impressed.
Yeah, and Bella.
Yes,
Bella was upset with us that we haven't gone back to regular every week releases.
If she wants to help us.
I'm like, how can I hire you?
I'll recruit you.
You know what? She might be a good person to put on socials.
Yeah. Would she do that?
Bella, answer this.
We can't pay you. We have not monetized
This would be
any
charity
of this.
work. This would be pro bono.
This would just be a favor. All the wisdom we've given you in this podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
With our zero advice.
I don't think we've given her any wisdom. She's like sitting in her chair.
She's like, what not to do?
She's like, Oh, I'm going to send Chloe an audio about how disappointing this was and my thoughts about her your life.
And that she needs to get some help before she goes on a grippy sock vacation. Have you heard? Sorry.
I'm on a fast track to a grippy sock vacation.
You're already there, babe. Fuck. Oh God, that made a tear happen. Okay, tell me about your goddamn morning.
Okay, so
Wait, are you gonna roast Baka? I'm not in a place for that right now.
no, she was actually in great spirits this morning.
Yes.
Came rolling down the hallway. I was waving at her while I brushed my teeth, and she started laughing, and she's like, "You're so cute."
Oh my God.
I was like, "Okay, this is
It's
the
a
Baka
win.
that I love."
Yeah.
No, and I got this new like LED or the red light face mask. Whatever.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. Yep.
And she's so enamored by it. She thinks it's hilarious. She goes,
She's not scared?
"Chloe, you're looking like October month with 31 days."
Oh my God. That's what we're calling Halloween from now on, just so you know.
Halloween? Yes. This is so scary, but I love it.
She's a spooky girl. I love that about
And I
her.
was like, she goes, "Tell me, Chloe, why you wear this?"
You should have her try it.
I should put it on her.
Yeah, just
that would
to
be
see.
hilarious.
Yeah, yeah. Oh my
that
God,
would actually
I'd
be
eat
so
that up.
funny.
Yeah, totally.
I'm putting that on the internet.
Oh, that's
And I was like, it helps with collagen. Do you know about collagen? Ah, yes, collagen, yes. And I was like,
Yes,
so I'm
Baka.
telling her all these things. She goes, "This is great. I love you doing this."
okay. If it's Baka approved, then we're good.
I know.
Then we're
That's-
solid.
Yeah, I guess so. That's
Okay,
what
so
I needed. Baka
this
stamp of approval.
isn't Baka tea. What is
No,
it?
this is okay. So my girlfriends from Central Oregon are coming into town tonight,
Right.
and we're going to this concert. And
Oh no.
so I wake up earlier than I wanted to because like the last 2 nights I've gone to bed late, too late.
Can
And
confirm I was a part of that.
Yeah, you were
Yep.
the reason for the first night, and then the second night was. I can't even get into it. It's just
I mean, you can't.
no, please.
Okay.
Leave it alone. It's too humiliating.
Leave it alone.
Just put it to bed. So then
I hit the mic. Anyway, sorry, just the bar. We're good. The friends are coming. You haven't been sleeping.
killing me. Friends are coming. So I wake up. I went to bed last night feeling a little bit like sickly.
Oh.
Like I was just like, it was just the feeling of like, I don't feel well. Like I almost, like, you know when
Yeah.
you're like sunburnt and like you feel a little bit sick from being sunburnt?
Obviously, I know what that feeling is. I'd be so for real. That's me June
was-
through August.
That's crazy that you spend so much of your life existing like that.
So uncomfortable all the time. Don't be ginger, guys. Don't do it. Okay, sorry. I don't know what's going on.
I needed this. So I wake up not feeling my best.
Yeah.
And just pissed that I couldn't sleep longer because when I don't get enough sleep, I'm just so puffy. So it's like, honestly, like it is truly beauty sleep. Like,
Yeah.
when I
Yeah.
don't sleep more than like 8 hours, I'm ugly. Okay. That's just my reality. And that's fine. I've come to accept it.
Totally.
Anyways, so I wake up, I get a text from Ashley in the group message. "You guys, I woke up at 3 a.m. with a sore throat and not feeling good. What's going on?" She's like, I won't come if you guys, I don't want, like, if
Yeah.
you don't want me to, like, I don't want to get anyone sick. I'm like, be so for real. You're not coming.
Yeah, because of a sore throat.
Yeah, no.
It's allergy season, babe.
Exactly. I'm like, I could care less.
Yeah.
So then we're like, okay, Ashley's coming. Then Ashley sends, the concert's canceled because he's sick. And I was like, no way.
Are you serious?
No way. Then Jenna
Fuck.
texts that her boyfriend is sick. And so she's going to stay home to take care of him.
Your whole weekend got canceled?
No, so they're still coming.
Okay,
Ashley
good.
and Elliot are still coming.
Oh, great. Great.
So then I opened my Aura Ring app.
Yeah.
And it like tells me, like, it gives me like this whole like, you know, sleep score and like readiness score, like
Yeah.
based on like, you know, previous day's activities and like how I slept that night, whatever. And like your heart rate, all these things. And the first thing is like the 100% is like a good score, whatever. Mine's 67. It was like, your heart rate and temperature were elevated all night.
What the hell?
Take it easy today. And I'm like, so I text a screenshot. I'm like, not my Aura Ring adding to the drama.
So much drama. Dude, then there's something going around.
There has to be
Because
something going
Justin's-
on.
Justin's
Justin's
deeply sick.
Well, and I was like, I just feel like it's because I haven't been like resting and
Yeah,
I've
for
had
sure.
like cocktails twice in 1 week.
Oh,
which
calm
is more
down.
than I had all of last year. So I think My body's like rebelling.
Yeah, like what the fuck is going on?
Absolutely not okay.
Oh my God, I can't believe everything was the concert being canceled.
So we're just gonna,
crazy.
but we already got a hotel room.
Oh, fun.
So they're
Oh my
either gonna refund us or
God.
reschedule it. So either
Yeah.
way, it's fine.
That's awesome though.
And I didn't have time to like really listen to his album like before the concert. So honestly,
Yeah.
this is probably for the
For the best.
So
Yeah,
now I can
totally.
like actually do my research and like
What are
sing
you guys
along.
gonna do though?
I don't know. So we have reservations for sushi at 5:30
I'm sorry.
because I love a geriatric dinner.
Oh no, yeah.
You don't like
is my-
sushi?
Be so for real. I don't like anything from the sea.
No, I don't. I don't get fish.
No. Unless it's a ball of rice, I'm not putting it anywhere near my
No,
face
I just
hole.
get all the California rolls because it's like
Is there
avocado. Oh yeah. So you don't like the seaweed?
I don't like seaweed.
Oh,
Avocado's fine.
avocado, carrot, cucumber,
Okay.
spicy mayo.
So you're getting rice and veggies in a roll.
Yeah,
Is that sushi?
I guess.
Okay, see,
Probably not. There's like no one. I'm getting judged.
I'm judging you. That's
Bella's
crazy.
judging me.
Is she? Yeah, no, that's crazy. When I picture sushi, I picture like the things that look like little raw fish lungs.
Yeah,
Wait, do fish have lungs?
I don't know that they function in the same. Like
They
they're
definitely don't because
gills.
of gills, and I've just learned what gills do recently. They like
Breathe.
filter out the oxygen in water so that fish can like still get oxygen, but they don't need lungs. Like their gills do all the work for them. They don't
So
have
maybe
to.
they don't have lungs.
I don't think they have lungs. I don't know. You had those see-through fish growing up. Were there lungs? Remember those fish?
Yeah, guppies.
Those fish were cool as fuck. I
think they were
Those
guppies.
fish. That's what they were called. That's a
Yeah.
baby fish.
No, I think it's a type of fish.
A guppy?
Yeah,
I just hit the microphone again. Oh shit.
we're getting fired. Anyway, so that was the start to the morning.
Yeah, that's
and then I
crazy.
got here and forgot my laptop.
I was aware of that.
That was crazy.
That was crazy.
My coffee wasn't hot enough.
My coffee still isn't hot enough.
No, I've microwaved it 7 times.
Yeah, no, what is going on?
Plus,
Crema.
I put it in. Okay, I think we need to try Puff next time.
Puff is amazing. It's like my favorite in the world.
Okay, so we're going to Puff. I'm
Puff is-
over crema. I have been too disappointed too many times by them.
Well, also their line was the line fucking long?
No, I missed the line. Except for this lady
Oh.
in front of me. She like was, it just, I have this pet peeve. So she like walks in front of me and like, she's just like not paying attention, not
Okay.
aware of her surroundings
I'm
at all.
already irritated.
That's already annoying.
Yeah.
And like, she's just in her own, like, I don't know if she's on her phone, what? She like opens the door barely enough for her to like walk in and just lets it slam in my face. I was like, bitch. And then she got in line and then just stood there and like, so I just went around her and cut her in line.
I would do the same. What the hell is wrong with people? Like, listen.
It was crazy.
I don't need you to I don't need to be considered almost ever, but I just feel like common decency, like
hold the door.
yeah, like just prove to me that you know how to be
You
social.
don't even need to hold it. Just like push it open. Like give it a good
Yeah, but to let it slam, that feels personal.
in my face. I was
That
like, what have I
feels-
done to you?
Nothing.
Yeah.
But also, we need to go to Puff. Puff is amazing.
Yeah.
Puff is so good. Their coffee is a work of art. It's so
Okay,
good.
so why have we been going to Crema?
Convenience and laziness?
It's like one more extra block to go to Puff.
Correcto. Also, this place is kind of crazy, but I love it so much. Justin and I found it, and we go there when we want a little coffee treat.
Okay.
It's a walk. Like you'd have to get for podcasting, we'd have to get there early and go on like a hot girl walk.
Okay.
It's like
Where is it?
okay, it's on like 12th and Sandy. It's like a 10-minute walk.
Okay, that's not bad at all.
But compared to Crema,
Okay,
Crema's
yeah.
one block away.
So that might be good. Maybe we'll get our brain working.
This is
so we
not-
don't hop on the mic like this.
And do this. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm a slut for Vietnamese coffee
I've never had it.
with sweet condensed milk. I'm actually
Shut the fuck up.
Dude.
No, it's my favorite because in Europe, that's and in DR,
Uh-huh.
they like a lot of the cappuccinos are all made with sweet and condensed milk.
I
And it's
love it. Put it in my face because like
in my gullet.
when I managed the tea shop, we had Thai iced tea and like Thai iced tea. is
Yeah,
just
Thai
sweet.
iced tea is like of another world.
I
think
had
need
it
one
last
today.
night. I had Thai food last night. I
had Thai food last night, but it wasn't good.
Where'd you get it from?
I can't say.
Oh, valid. I got you, sister. Potty here is my fave.
Oh yeah, Potty is so good. I went there when you were out of town.
Yeah, you did. And I also went to this place that's really good on Hawthorne, right near where we lived, called Farmhouse Thai.
Oh, I've seen that. Oh, you went there last night.
Yes,
Yeah.
so good to celebrate Matt's birthday after we met
So cute.
his child.
His human.
They pooped
offspring.
out a whole baby.
That's
so
crazy.
cute. Coolest part besides the actual baby, obviously.
Yeah.
Have you seen the baby? I'm a whole nanny,
Yeah.
right? I do it all the time
Yeah.
for a living. Oh my God. they have this new invention for babies.
Okay.
And it is so fucking silly. It is a tiny little spatula for spreading the Desitin on the butt and getting every little crevice without having to put your fingers on it, because my autistic ass can't stand Desitin on my fingers because it's like waterproof.
Yes.
You can't get that shit off. And I crash out about it. It's a tiny spatula and it has like a suction cup thingy so you can stick it to the table, but like you pull it off and you just and like paste that push up. Yes. It was incredible.
Time to frost the cake.
Yeah, it was really hard for me to focus on the baby because I was like, I want to put cream all over that ass with that spatula.
That's so cool.
It's like,
have you told the people that you work for?
No, I'm going to though.
Yeah.
I want to buy everyone one for themselves.
Yeah.
If you need to put a little butt cream on, spatula. Spatula. So tiny.
No, because like with these nails, I could never.
How is it wiping? Do you ever just like
No, I don't
make
have
the
an
wrong
issue.
spot? Okay, good. But
I think I use the sides of my finger. I don't know what to say.
No. That feels right. Because people have asked that before. I saw an interview.
I don't know. I don't think
They're not that long.
No.
Because like what's her? Oh, I'm gonna fuck up. Cynthia, the lady from Wicked. She's got fucking nails,
and I think she has all the like Art Deco on top.
She does,
yeah.
and they're beautiful.
Yeah.
And someone has asked like, how do you wipe your hands? And she was like, it really just takes practice, but like you get so used to them that you learn how to use your fingers
in a different way.
Yeah,
exactly.
Like you just don't. The tips of your fingers are non-existent, and you just like it's all that.
No, I went rock climbing yesterday with nails. Was crazy.
Oh yeah, you ruined your manicure.
I did.
How?
I chipped like 2 nails.
How was rock climbing?
Honestly, it was kind of cool.
Kathleen loves that shit. She eats that shit up.
Really?
She's a member of a rock climbing gym.
Oh,
like she's into it. I kind of want to try.
Yeah, no, it was really cool. I haven't been since I was a kid, and we just did what was called bouldering, so you don't like harness in or anything. Yeah, so this was all new to me. And they have like different like tracks with different levels, and they're all color coded.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So
did you go to Circuit?
No, went to Movement.
Oh, I don't know where that one is.
It's over. You know, it's so funny.
Oh boy, what are you gonna say? That's
so
unhinged?
we pulled up. And you know my friend who had their tow truck or like their truck towed?
Oh, I know that friend.
Yeah. So pull up and it's right next to the lot of where I picked up the truck.
Be so for real.
I'm dead ass.
I'm telling you, man, the universe is doing weird shit to us.
Weird.
Fucking with us, if you will.
Yeah.
Just...
Oh, yeah. Well, that on top of... I've just had a weird 24 hours. Because then I... Also this morning to add to it, that I got a notification that my credit score dropped 68 points.
That would send me in a tizzy, my dude.
It did. I woke up in a sweat.
Maybe from the fever, though, also. The elevated temp.
True fever? I don't know. But it broke.
So your credit dropped. That's exciting.
No, it's not, because I'm trying to apply for places to live.
How are we... But like...
But I'm hoping that like, because I have like, you know, at least the income to like have enough, and then my dad has a better credit score than me. So I'm hoping together we'll just be a perfect match.
Think about it this way. I
paid off my credit card and my credit score like declined, which was crazy. Yeah, I've heard that can happen.
I've heard different things because like I have one credit card and the limit is $1,000 and it's the only one I've ever had because I'm scared.
Yeah.
I like to spend money. Kelly will not be getting any more credit cards than that. I've never maxed it out. I've come close. It's paid off now.
All I've done is max out credit cards. So good for you.
Oh my God, I have something to tell you about. It's not that big of a deal. I'm just annoyed. I just paid off my credit card because I'm going on a trip to Chicago this summer. So I'm like trying to save all of that irresponsible money for that. And I'm also switching jobs soon. And you know that like terrible feeling when you're getting a new job, the transition period.
Yes.
I live paycheck to paycheck.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm going to be broke. I can't spend any money right now until I get my first paycheck at my new job. But
which we need to talk about.
Yeah, we can. But my mom texted me and I could tell she was laughing at me, and I knew this happened, and I meant to text her ahead of time so that she couldn't make fun of me, and I forgot this week. Okay. I'm on Grand, which is a very busy one-way street here in Portland, right? I'm driving home from work. I was going the speed limit, but I was in the middle of an intersection almost, and the light was yellow, turned red, flash. They fucking got me. And my mom texted me, and I could feel her laughing at me. She was like, you got something in the mail. $250 ticket, bitch.
$250?
Because I ran a red light, and my mom's like, yo, they got your whole face in it, by the way. And I just
The way she opened it is insane.
I know! That's what I get for having my mail sent to her house, though, because I moved so much. But I was just like, she was like, oh, no, they got your face. And I am going over to her house on Sunday, and I know I'm going to get fucking cooked for it.
Oh, yeah.
Cooked. And that has to go straight on my credit card.
Oh, 100%.
Because I can't.
Well, I didn't know, but they started adding in the, the tickets for speeding at the lights. So I got a ticket for when I was in Arizona.
Are you serious?
Yes. Well, and it was so confusing. So I get this in the mail and I'm like, what the hell is this? And I'm like, wait, what? And I'm like looking, I'm like, the light is green. You can see it in the picture. I'm like, what is going on? And then I'm like reading. And it was like, what did it? Reckless speeding. I was like, excuse me? And I was going like 20 over.
Damn, girl.
Or it was less than 20 because I think that's considered a felony. But
Yeah, I was going to say
going like
jail time. Just kidding.
Yeah,
Just
I think
kidding.
it was like, I think I was going like 60 and a 45.
Okay.
Which
Come
is
on. I mean, that's like
not that crazy.
pretty fast, but
so
like
I just
that's
had to
a
do
little drama.
like a traffic thing, like a,
You'd rather do a class than just pay it?
oh yeah.
Oh. Yeah, no, I can't be bothered. There's no way I'm going to.
It wasn't like a class I had to go to. It was just online. And I just had to go through like some
Oh.
modules.
Oh, that's easy. That I
Yeah.
would definitely do.
Yeah, so I
I
did
thought
that.
it was like a show up to class and I'm like, girl,
No, could it be me?
couldn't be me.
No, not worth my time.
I haven't gotten a ticket.
Ever. I've never gotten a ticket.
I have gotten a ticket.
Honestly, it's probably on the docket considering the way my life is just in shambles.
I'm sorry. How long have you been home and your plates are still Arizona?
Okay, watch your fucking mouth.
I'm just saying. I'm
No,
just
they
saying.
literally.
You're
my
asking
tags,
for it.
No, I am. My tags are 2 years expired.
Are you?
But here's why.
Be so for real.
Here's my logic. Okay, so when
That's
I moved
insane.
back, my divorce wasn't final yet. So I was waiting for the divorce to be final so that
Yeah.
I could take my ex-husband off of the title
Good.
so that I could then
Hot.
re-register my car.
Yeah.
So I was waiting for that. It took forever. And then I was like, well, I'm going to be moving soon. So I'll just wait until I move because I'm going to have a new address and I don't want to deal
Right.
with going to the DMV again. So I'll just wait. Well, I haven't moved. And so now
They're here. Here we are.
Here we are 2 years later, tag still expired. But I got pulled over when I was driving through Idaho
Okay.
because I was following a car too closely.
I've been pulled over for that.
You know what's so funny? I know, I remember. You told me. And you know what's so funny about that is like I was like sitting there and I'm like driving. And I'm like, why am I following them so close? And I start to like back off. And then a cop like just goes, whoop, whoop. And I'm just like, no, I'm wondering the same thing, dude.
Yeah,
I
like,
literally
what is
know.
going on?
And so then he's like, why were you following that car so close? You
Yeah.
want to tell me why? And
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
I don't have an answer.
I said, I don't know. And he's like, is it because they were going exactly the speed limit and you were just pissed? And I was like,
damn, bitch.
yeah, no, he like came in hot. And I was
Ooh.
like, no.
Yeah.
I was just following them.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I
I
don't
don't really have an
know.
answer.
Yeah.
I'm kind of tired.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
at
yeah.
a wedding last night.
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
Yeah. And so then he's like, do you want to tell me what a safe following distance is? And I was like, I don't know.
2 car lengths?
I just kept telling him, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. And
No,
he's
that's
like,
fair.
so then he asked for like my license and registration and I handed it to him and couldn't find my insurance cards. Like they were my old ones. And he was like, it looks like that's your insurance cards right there. I'm like, no, they are, but it's like, they're not updated. I have insurance. I'm just like, let me just look in my
run
email.
your plates and
Yeah. And I
know.
was like, let me just like look in my email for like my whatever. And he was like, well, just give me those insurance cards. I was like, but it's from like a different policy. This is
Yeah.
like from when I was living in Arizona.
Probably
And I have a new
expired.
policy.
Yes.
Yeah. And he was just like rolling his eyes at me. And maybe he knows something I don't know. But anyway, so I'm like, okay, well, let me just find, I'm like, here, you can take these, but these aren't the right ones.
Right.
Like, but sure.
Yeah.
And because I had like, anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm not even going to go on that tangent. Anyway, and then he comes back. What did he say to me? I don't even remember, but oh yeah, he's like, he kept just like, do you want to tell me why? Like kept approaching everything that way. He's like, do you want to tell me why your license plate is still Arizona and your license is Oregon? And I was like, do you want the real answer?
Yeah, yeah.
So he was like, just looking at me, just being such a dick.
Why are they like that?
I don't know. And I was just like, it's because I was waiting for my divorce to be finalized. And I told him the whole thing. And
Yeah.
he's like, just like stared at me with just this blank stare and just
He
like
probably
shook
was
his
just
head.
tired. Yeah.
And he was just like, here, just be
Just
better.
go. Yeah.
And I was like, okay.
I feel like
thanks.
if there's 2 people that could talk themselves out of tickets, it's not by like, not because of like charming or flirting. It's because like you and I can talk so much, we could just like exhaust the cop to where they're finally just like, I give up, just go.
No, literally.
You know?
That's what's happened every time.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
I've been
yeah.
pulled over a lot of times.
Really?
Yeah.
I
I used
haven't.
to get pulled over in the Jeep all the time because the
Yeah.
tags were expired because I couldn't take it through DEQ because it wasn't going to pass DEQ. So I used to get pulled over all the time in my
Oh, okay.
Jeep.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah.
Whatever. It's worth it to keep that car though.
No, it was.
You know what I'm
except
saying?
I'm so pissed about that.
Love
Anyway.
that car. Traffic. Yeah. So I have to pay out the ass and I'm going to put it on my credit card. Oh, also your credit dropping. I've heard so many different things. And like, I think we kind of talked about this in our money episode forever ago,
Uh-huh.
but like I have been told use your credit card, but also don't use your credit card, and pay off your credit card, but not too much because then your credit score drops. And I'm like, so you just consistently want me to be in debt, but not too much debt.
Not too much.
And there's no rule.
Yeah, that just seems
And I could be wrong.
crazy.
But it's crazy how like every month I get like a report, like just like,
an
how
update.
we doing, babe?
Yeah.
Usually it like stays pretty much the same.
Yeah.
But then randomly it'll be like, your credit dropped like 6 points. And I have no money to my name. I have no savings and a lot of debt. The one thing I have going for me is that my credit score, pretty awesome. Pretty fucking great.
Must be
It's
nice.
the one thing I'm coasting on. And when that bitch goes down, I'm going dead. I have nothing.
I'm just hoping that when my Saturn returns over, maybe this will like, I
when
don't
does
know.
that end?
Dude, well, we get a break from it, but so it ends. So for anyone who has Saturn in Pisces, you're in your Saturn return. It moves into Aries in May, but it retrogrades in the fall, like, and sometime between October and December.
Be so for real. Please don't ruin my favorite time of year.
And then it moves back into Aries, I think like the day before my birthday next year. So then it'll be officially over next February.
I don't want it to ruin my fall. I love fall.
No, it may.
What could it do? What could happen? What's going to happen?
Well, for you, so it's in your 8th house. So it has to do with like debt, taxes, inheritance, death.
Oh, great.
But you haven't really experienced, so we'd have to go back. Like, you know what would be a good thing to look to is, honestly, it's probably going to be stuff related to like your student loans and like school is probably what it's going to be about.
Yeah, probably.
And shared resources. So like maybe you'll be having a conversation about moving with someone.
No.
I don't know, just saying.
I just signed a lease to this place until next March. So
Interesting.
no.
Right after Saturn is
Okay.
down in your 8th house.
Calm your tits. This is getting crazy.
Just saying.
Anyway, you're going through retrograde. I'm going through retrograde. What were you saying about that?
What?
You were talking about. Shh. You were, for those of you who have Pisces and Saturn, you're going through retrograde.
No. You're in your Saturn return.
I mean, I'm in my Saturn return.
Yeah.
Fuck
So
me.
once it's so we'll get a break over the summer and we'll get a taste of what Saturn in Aries is going to feel like in our charts. For you, it's in your 9th house, so it has to do with like higher education, philosophy, religion, astrology, spirituality, travel.
Oh, bitch.
But Saturn is not someone who is like fun, necessarily.
Saturn.
Yeah.
I like Saturn. Saturn's my favorite planet.
So you might feel restricted when it comes to those things.
Fuck.
Yeah. So we'll get a taste of it. We'll find out like May through October. We'll figure out what
That's a long time, bitch.
I know.
May, June,
but then it's going to be like 2 years after that. So it's like, yeah.
I hate this. Can
It's
it
just
when is it going to
life.
get lighter?
Well,
Never.
because it's about ready to like cross the whole top of your chart. So it's you'll be feeling it for a while. You're getting ready to start Saturn school.
But I've already been feeling it for years now.
Yeah, because, okay, so here's the thing. So you had it in your 7th house.
Uh-huh.
That's on an angle of your chart, which is just like you feel it a lot. So all like relationships, all those things is like a big
it's been
piece
awful.
of that.
Yeah.
So now it's in your 8th house, which is like, student loans, taxes, debt, that type of things. So shared resources.
Uh-huh.
And then it'll go into your 9th house, which we already talked about, but then it'll be in your 10th house, which is also another angle of your chart. So that's like public life, career, like social media, your reputation, all these things. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. Like when I was having my Saturn return in my 10th, or it wasn't my return, but when I was having Saturn transiting my 10th house is when I was like, I was in Arizona. It was when I was like going to school. I was like very excited about what I was doing. It just gives you like a lot of discipline and like drive to work towards the long game in that area is really what it is. It's like a restructuring of things.
Yeah.
So like right now, like maybe there's a restructuring of like your finances and student loans going on for you or something like that. Or like how you share resources with other people. When it was in your 7th house, there was a restructuring of like how you like show up in relationships and
Show
like
up as a
how,
person.
as a person, because it's opposite your 1st house, which is your personality and yourself.
That one
so
wasn't
10th
fun.
house might be like restructuring of like, career, public life, things like that,
Fine.
which is kind of on brand.
Well, I have a new boss who wants me to go to law school. So maybe that'll be me going to law
Maybe
school.
that's when you're going to law school. Just saying. So why don't
Not
you
going to law school.
share
Be so
about
for
your
real.
new job? I think this is the perfect segue.
Yeah, I got a new job. I'm no longer a nanny as of 2 weeks
From now.
Yeah. Yeah. I was in New York and my former boss, the mother of the kids that I nannied for years, who I still love and have a relationship with. I was eating dinner and she hit me up and she was like, this is preliminary and this is very out of the blue. But when I was still working for her, she started her own PR firm here in Portland and they do like local politics. Legislative work, bills, get shit done in Portland. They're super dope. They're very like liberal, whatever. And she was like, I have a role and you were the first and only person that came to mind and we need to fill it and I want you to do it. And I was like, what? And she was like, I know you're taking a step back from school. I've been in school for paralegal and I've been drowning in it because ADHD is literally killing me. We're getting a doctor soon, though. We're excited for that. But yeah, she was like, I know you're taking a step back from school or considering it. This role would really play into paralegal work and is absolutely something you would use on a resume. And you'd be working under one of the top attorneys in the state. And I was like, what? Say less. So
literally my dream.
Yeah. Literally just like so
what you were already
incredible.
working toward.
Exactly. And it's like, and it's crazy just because it supports the fact that I can take time off school because I'm hating every second of it and not doing well. And that's like killing me, like destroying my ego. And then I love Amy. Like her and I are so close. We've always been such good friends. Always. So
you've had such a good relationship with her.
I love her so much. And so it's just awesome. And like it's so flattering. So I got home and I told her, I was like, yeah, I'm traveling in New York right now. This is the day I'll be back. And she's like, great. I have happy hour set up for Monday. She was like, I want you to just come meet the team. It's 2 other people, one of them the attorney. And we'll just go from there. And
that was your interview.
That was my, interviews. Like, but I even texted her and I was like, yo, should I bring a resume? Because my resume is not updated. It says nanny. That's it. And she was like, nah. And I was like, that made me feel better. Like, she was like, you don't need, no. She's like, this is literally, in so many words, she was like, it's a formality. I just want them to see like your personality. And I was like, well, that I can do. That I can do. I can charm the pants off anyone. And so we met at the Soho House, which I was telling you about. So cool. Like
oh, wow.
Dude,
so cool.
It is so swanky. And I was like, I am an adult.
Yeah.
I have grown up. I am an adult.
What did you wear?
Of course I wore a pleated mini skirt. That's all I fucking wear.
That's so hot.
I'm pretty sure I stood up though and my whole tush came out. I have a real problem with my ass hanging out of skirts. So if they hired me and that happened, I am impressed by them because I stood up to go to the bathroom and I was like, I feel a breeze that should not be there. Yikes. But yeah, like it was just incredible. Like I got to like nerd out on my law shit that I love with the attorney. She's so cool. Oh my God. And then like, it was really like, I was telling my therapist this and like, this was really fun to tell her all of these things because my life changed so much in 2 weeks. Like literally all the big life changes that can happen for the most part happened to me in New York. Yeah. My favorite place in the world. Yeah. But I was telling my therapist this and she was like, you need to, anytime you feel like nervous or have self-doubt, like you need to stop and remember this. There was like this moment where I was talking, Lord knows about what, and just like I could see her in my peripherals. She was just like sitting back, holding her drink, just smiling. And I could feel that she was proud of me. Yeah. I could literally feel her like it just like because I look up to her so much. Yeah. She's just like so incredible. And like she just like sat back and like let me take over and just like take over the conversation and like just be myself and just like talk and like I was so wrapped up in it and I was having such a good time. Yeah. Now let me tell you, there's a lot of me faking it till I make it. I had no idea what they were saying a lot of the time. They start talking about.
No, but I hear people who are in that world and like I hear like I don't know. I listen to a lot of like business podcasts and stuff like that. And so many of them are like, no, I'd be in these meetings, like literally Googling at the table, like what the fuck people are talking about.
That's going to be me. Yeah. No, they were, I went home, like in my head, I was like, remember this, this, and this. And I came home and looked it up. And then I was like, there are times where I get really scared. Like the imposter syndrome's crazy. Real. But like, I don't mean this how it sounds. I take great comfort in this phase of my life where so much change is happening, so many things are happening that scare me, where I'm like, I spent so much of my younger years wanting to be special and wanting to kind of be a snowflake and wanting to be this like unique, misunderstood Scorpio stellium things. Like
also Leo rising
gets me. I'm unique.
Yeah.
I take great comfort in being exactly like everyone else and not being special. Like if I'm struggling with this stuff, then everyone else is, because we're all kind of the same. Like we're all tweaked.
Yeah.
Right. Like I have things about me that are unique. I'm not trying to say that, but like I take so much comfort in like, if I'm going through imposter syndrome or if I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing, so did Amy when she started in this shit. Like, yeah, I don't know how to write about a legislative bill, but I can figure it out.
Yeah.
Like everyone has to start somewhere.
Exactly.
And I said that to them in the interview. I was like, I want to be so for real with you guys.
Yeah.
I need to know that there's a learning curve. I need to know.
Or that there's like a tolerance of a learning curve.
Yeah.
You
And
know?
that like I am going to fuck up and ask you dumb ass questions. And they were like, yeah, as long as you promise to communicate when we're not teaching you well enough. And I was like,
okay.
That's hot.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would love to like, and it's such an intimate team that like, I'm not really scared for the job. I think I'm going to do well because I have to.
Yeah.
And this is too big of an opportunity. What's fucking me up? This is how crazy I am. I'm nuts. I need to go on a grippy sock vacation because this is such a great opportunity, right? And it's like so exciting. And I've like told you and my family and like they're really happy for me. But I'm not really letting myself feel happy about it. I'm like spiraling. And this is probably a trauma response to the last 5 years, but I'm like, this is a great opportunity. This was a mistake. They're going to take it back or something terrible. Like someone's going to die. I'm going to die.
Anxiety's taking over.
Holy fuck. I am literally like, I'm waiting for someone to die.
Yeah.
Because one good thing happened to me and I just genuinely believe I don't deserve it and that these kind of things don't happen to me. That sucks.
Well, I think that is the anxiety and the fear taking over. I think if you genuinely believed you didn't deserve it, it wouldn't have come into your,
definitely,
you know, it wouldn't have been like put in your lap.
Definitely.
Basically, there is a part of you on like a subconscious level or like a big enough part that like believes you do deserve this.
No, definitely.
Yeah.
And I will say that like, I catch myself all the time in this like weird dichotomy of like, like there's a trauma response there of like, the last 5 years have been so hard. I'm just waiting for the next thing to happen. Yeah. But I also am like, I know myself and I know that this is the first time in my life I am trying so hard to better my life and be better and do better.
It's just wild how much your life has absolutely just transformed in the last like couple weeks even. Few months, yes, but few weeks was like rapid.
Do you know, I have not seen my therapist in 2 weeks because she went on vacation than I did. And, you know, we had our first, like, we were reconciled. I missed her so much. And I was like, Kara, never leave me. Yeah. And she was like, what's going on? And I don't want to bore anyone, but the last time we met before our vacations, I was in the depths of despair. Yeah. Like, I was like, I hate school. I'm failing at it because I can't fucking focus no matter how hard I try. Everyone is having babies and getting married and moving on without me. Like I went in fuck it. I was bad. Yeah. March was a hard month for me until the last week.
March was rough.
March was, and for everyone.
Everyone. I mean, there was some gnarly astrology happening. So
yeah, March was, I was isolating, so depressed. Anyway, so she like got on and I could tell that she was like, how are you? Yeah. And I was like, all right, here's the thing. I dropped out of school. I got a new job and it's like a career shift. I'm going to be making $20,000 almost more a year. And, I'm in a relationship, like official lockdown relationship. And literally she just went, I could see her reboot. And I was like, I know. It's crazy. It's crazy. And she was just like, and she's so, of everyone in my life, and I don't mean this like personal towards like my family or even you. She gave me the reaction that I needed. I fucking needed it so much because she just knows me at like my ugliest and like my grossest. And she like didn't like, I could just hear how excited it was. Like I could see on her face that she was like, this is why being a therapist pays off because you're seeing someone who is like struggling so hard finally catch a fucking break. And like even talking about it now,
see the work paying off. I feel like you've done we've talked about this so many times. Like, you know, when we've talked about our, you know, whole therapy journey.
Love therapy.
But it's like all the work that you've been
trying
doing is finally paying off.
And I think it's like, don't get me wrong. I know that. I just think that it's hard. And maybe you feel this way. Like, it's hard to say that out loud even now, because I'm like, oh my God, like something, if I say it out loud, then something bad. I'm struggling with it as we speak, where I'm like, if I celebrate it like that, I'm fucked. Like something, it's going to be taken away, or like something's going to happen. And it's like, then I spiral because then I get mad at myself, because I'm like, finally you're catching a break and you can't even enjoy it. The overthinking is, and like I was trying to explain to someone in a voicemail this morning, and I didn't get to send it, that like, I'm feeling so nervous. It's a lot of change. I'm trying to process it, that like the ground doesn't feel stable. So I'm turning to all the other people in my life and looking at their reactions for validation. But no one's giving me don't get me wrong. You definitely hype me up. It's not like that, but like, no, I'm not. It's just, I feel like because I still have so much of that, like, I don't quite have the confidence to just be like, no, this is actually fucking dope. Yeah. I'm like waiting for everyone else to react in the way that I want them to, so that I feel safe to be excited. And I keep not getting that. I keep getting really like chalant answers to where I'm like, oh, maybe this isn't what I think it is. But then I'm like, fuck that. Yeah. Fuck that. That's so stupid.
It's so silly.
Because it's not, like everyone has given me incredible reactions. Yeah. It's me being crazy and needing to fucking believe in myself. Like, holy shit. Like it's great. It is so exciting. I think once the job starts, I'm going to be really, really excited. It's just crazy because it's like, it fits into law. Like me being a Libra and working in PR and politics and law is crazy. Yeah. That's so fitting.
Could not be more aligned.
Literally the symbol for Libra is scales. Yeah. Like I am the justice system. So that's really cool. I'm really excited. I'm excited to like maybe have a savings. Yeah. I'm excited to have health insurance.
Dude, yeah, that's crazy. The health insurance is such a big piece. Like,
metal.
Yeah, when I went to the dentist and they were like, so you haven't been to the dentist in 6 years? I'm like, yeah, I didn't have insurance. So
you've been to the dentist. Let me guess, you had no cavities?
Correct. They were like, everything looks great. Keep doing what you're doing. Come back in a year. Which I didn't know that. Like, I'm like, what do you mean? I thought we come back every 6 months. They're like, no, everything looks good.
Okay, like, I look at candy and I pop a new cavity. My whole mouth is cavities.
No, I used to get cavities all the time when I was a kid.
I get them all the time. I have no enamel on my teeth. I'm telling you, it's terrible. Yeah. I just hate my dental health. But I'm excited to go to the dentist so I can, I've fixed my face. But like, just like even like getting massages, like you get massages on the regular, Taylor does, and I'm like, oh,
it changes.
That's
things.
Crazy.
Yeah, and the new place I found is just like 4 blocks from here.
That's amazing. Is it on Burnside?
Yep, it's right next to the screen door.
Phenomenal. Amazing. That's like 2 blocks away. That's crazy. 3, 4. Yeah, you're right. Anyway, crazy. So yeah, got a new job. I started at the end of April. I like put in my 2 weeks, which like to all my people pleasers out there, like it's so hard. I mean, putting in your 2 weeks is hard in general. Share
because I think it's a really good like expander type of story for people who are in a transition where they have to put in 2 weeks or like have to give a hard conversation or like initiate a hard conversation. Share how it went. I thought it was so cool.
Yeah. Like backstory, the family I nanny for, they're wonderful, amazing people. They're very anxious. They're very career driven.
How old are they? I've been meaning to ask you.
37.
Okay.
38. A little bit older than us, but like great.
Yeah.
But they are like wildly successful and busy. Like I don't really see them. Like the dad works from home. I see him once a day when he comes and grabs like a tortilla to snack on and goes back upstairs on calls.
A tortilla is crazy.
I know. The mom is like, she's a bigwig at Nike. And so she's either traveling the world or she doesn't get home until after I leave at 5. Okay. So I never see them anyway. So I get this job opportunity and like we're good. Yeah. Like we have a good relationship, but it's not like when I worked for or like I became a part of their family. I've spent holidays with them. I've traveled with them. Like they are my family. Right. These people are like, no, they're really dope, kind people, but it's very professional. Yeah.
Which is honestly sometimes kind of nice.
No, it's so nice because like leaving fucked me up for months, my other family. Whereas this one, like, of course I'm going to be sad, but like, okay, moving on. It's all good.
It's a job.
It's a job. So I got this new job opportunity and I was like, fuck, because I knew that I was needing to take a break from school. And I was like, well, if that's the case, then like I need to secure a job for next year because like it's going to when I do go back to school to go into the spring, it'll be a whole thing. I need to know that I have steady income.
Yeah.
So I had been talking to them for weeks now about like, hey, if you want me to stay, I can like nanny Margot for another year.
Yeah.
And they were like, no, that's perfect because we're thinking about having another kid. So like we had been talking about me staying. So then I get this job opportunity and I'm like, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it. And it's just like for anyone out there, putting in your 2 weeks is hard.
Terrifying.
It's
for
terrifying.
Me, I feel like the biggest like
letdown.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same. And then also like just something to like add to the funness of putting in your 2 weeks. Nannying is so intimate. It's not like a big corporation where I can stick it to the man and be like, fuck you. Yeah. Like I love doing that. I love a 2 week opportunity like that. Yeah. These are like two people who are married and very stressed and are always like, we're so thankful for you. Where would we be without you? And I'm just like,
you can't say that to me.
You can't say that to me because I'll never leave.
Yeah.
Fucking 18 years old and I'll still be your nanny.
Yeah.
God. So I was stressed.
Yeah.
I was stressed. Couldn't even appreciate that I like had this opportunity because of it. And so then I was like, but I'm not going to think about it until the interview. I have the interview and they were in the interview. They were like, all right, when can you start? And I'm like, damn it. Now I have to have the conversation. So the next day, I didn't want to talk to them until I signed the paperwork and made it official. I hadn't gotten the paperwork the next day after the interview. And like the dad is just like downstairs. And I'm like, I feel like I'm lying to this man.
Yeah.
It feels awful. Yeah. Like I feel like I've worked very hard to not lie and live very authentically and honestly. And this didn't feel good. So then I got my paperwork that afternoon, looked over the contract, signed it right away. And I was like, all right, I was like toying with talking to them in person versus like sending him a text. And I read the situation and I know them well enough that I was like, I never see both of them together. They're too busy. One of them, the mom, is always gone. So I'm not going to, and like, we don't hang out. Like 5 o'clock hits and the dad's like, okay, I'll take the baby. And then they kick me out because I work extra long days. I work 9.5 hour days. Okay. So they respect my time. I appreciate that. Yeah. And I was like, this is going to fuck them up because my contract ends in August. I'm leaving 4 months early. I don't want to put this on just the dad and have him freak out without the mom there. Yeah. So I made the executive decision that even though texting seems unprofessional, that's how we communicate. Yeah. I sent them a very good text. Yeah. I'm pretty proud of it. Yeah. I put a lot of time and energy and thought into it. Yeah. Went to therapy before I sent it. Okay. Talked to my therapist and she was like, no, send it. I think that's good. It'll give them time to process for the evening. Yes. And when you talk in person, they'll be fresh. Yes. And that was exactly what I was thinking. That's perfect. So I sent the text. They took a minute to respond and I would be lying if I wasn't sitting on this couch like this. Just like the whole time I was like, I can't move until I know that they've responded. It's like 3 hours later, 3 hours. The message is hearted. And I'm like, okay, that's a good sign. Yeah. Then the mom responds and she's like, we are so happy for you. Oh, she was like, this is an incredible opportunity. You've done so much for our family. You've given us like so many opportunities to relax because we know Margot's in good hands. Yeah. We're obviously sad, but you have to do this. Yeah. So then I was like, I obviously want to talk in person tomorrow. Yes. So she called out or like went into work late. We sat down at their breakfast nook and had coffee and like they were so supportive. They were like, if you know anyone who's exactly like you, please send them our way. They were like, obviously this is stressful, but we have parents who are retired and supportive for a reason. Yes. They were like, we got it. Like they were really reassuring of me.
That's really helpful because I feel like sometimes when you are throwing a wrench in someone else's plans, life, it's like, it's not that they owe you the validation or reassurance, but to get it is so kind.
So nice.
Because I feel guilty.
I feel so guilty. And the thing is the mom and I are very similar in anxiety and overthinking. Yeah. And I know that she was able to empathize with me. And what really set me off where I was like, okay, this is all meant to be. She was like, if one of my best friends came to me in your shoes with your situation and were like, I don't want to let down this family, but I have to take this job. She's like, I would tell her to take the job. Yeah. And she was like, I can't make you feel bad. We loved that you're so driven. We love that you have goals. Yeah. It's why we hired you. Yeah. Who the fuck are we to like make you feel bad for that? And I was just like, this is everything has just been so lovely with like getting this job, having this opportunity. I'm very lucky that it was like presented to me in this way. And then to have them support me, like it really just like just have the difficult conversation.
Yeah.
Because it's probably going to be okay.
Yeah.
To be honest with you.
Yes.
It's like, just say what you need. It's just this whole period of my life has been like, just say what you need to fucking say.
And that's why everything's coming through.
It's not that deep.
I was just telling my sister about how like for me, my patterning has been, if I say something hard out loud, something that I find like shameful or embarrassing or whatever, like, like if I just own the thing that I don't want to talk about.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter what it is. Like if I carry any like icky around it, if I say it out loud to like the people I love, if I say it to you, if I say it to Polly, whatever, then I manifest things.
Yeah. It's
like,
real.
For instance, the other night I sent you that audio talking about like just sharing some things that are not mic appropriate. And drawing a boundary and standing up for myself.
Yeah.
Anyway, I was just like, no more. I'm done. I'm not doing this.
Yeah.
And then I get home to like this package in the mail, and like I sent you the audio when I was like, this really kismet thing had happened to me.
Yes.
So I'd ordered, backstory. This is so irrelevant. And there's other things I would rather talk about. But so a couple weeks ago, I'd ordered this crystal necklace, and like, it was like, it has, different like energetic meaning and I mean, power, I guess is the best way to put it. But anyway, so I'm like so excited about it. It finally comes. Before it came, there was another one on the website that I was going back and forth of if I wanted to order it or not. And I was like, and it was on back order. Okay. So I'm like, I'll just wait for it to be back in stock and then I'll order at that point. And then all of a sudden I just got this random like, no, just order it. Yeah. So I went back on and ordered it. So I get the first one in the mail that I like had initially ordered. I go to put it on for the first time and the clasp broke. And I'm like, no way.
Devastating.
And one of my friends at work is the one who showed me this like little business shop. She's like out of the UK. So cutie. And she was like, oh, just email her a picture and I'm sure she'd replace it for you. Sure. Like it's no problem. Yes. And I was like, okay, great. I'll do that like after my stretch of work days is done. So, cause I was working like 3 days in a row. So I'm still waiting for the second one to come. Right. So I get home from work on my last day of this stretch of work days. My plan is to email her about the broken necklace tomorrow. I send you this audio, basically standing up for myself. Yeah. I get home and there's a package there. And it was like the second necklace that I'd ordered that I didn't even realize had shipped out. Incredible. And then I'm reading the invoice and it says 2 necklaces. And I'm like, what? And I like open the package and look, and she had mistakenly sent me the necklace that she'd already sent me, plus the new one the second one I'd ordered. I can't get over it. So I got like this replacement for the necklace that was broken without ever having to like do anything about it.
Not having to do the work.
Plus the other one was just like there ready for me. And I was like, what the heck? To be. It was so cute. But I'm like, I know. Like that's just the kind of stuff that always happens when I like own my shit. And like, but I have to say it out loud. Yes. So like you saying, I just need to say what I want. Like every time I just say what I want or say what I need or say the thing. Yeah. Then stuff comes through. It really is like that. I'm probably going to say it over and over again until I'm burnt out on it. But that thing that you've said on the podcast, it's like, it's maybe corny, but it's like my mantra right now is just like everything you want is on the other side of fear, you know? And it's like really leaning into it and just being like, it's been of all the like things that I'm thankful for in my life or like hard times or lessons, whatever. I am so thankful that I have had so many opportunities to just fucking stop holding back, just fucking say it. And like even conflict, like I struggle with people pleasing and like I struggle with being direct, or I have in my past. Yeah, I feel like you are totally transforming in this area. Like I do not see these like tendencies or traits anymore. Like you have really shifted how you show up. I try to. I engage with people and things like it. I mean, it's incredible. Thank you. Like the way you just like, I mean, truly are saying what you need, and you're not doing the people pleasing bullshit. You are not doing it. I'm not. I think it's like, you're right. And I appreciate you saying that. Yeah. I think it's like, I'm not doing it. It's just internally, it's a struggle and it's hard because nobody else knows that except for me. Like I feel those moments come up all the time. Like naturally, like the want to shit happening again. Sorry, Polly. But like the want to is there where I mean, even this morning, like I had like a little bit of like a
uncomfy conversation come up with
Yeah.
someone, and I had just woken up out of bed, and
I'm sorry, the timing of that was crazy.
yeah, like I just had woken up, and I was like, oh shit, and it wasn't a bad thing. It was just
No.
like, oh shit, like
we're
doing
doing
this,
Yeah,
okay,
that's fine.
And it's like I am never that. It's just wild because first of all, normal Kelly would be activated by that and would send a novel via text message.
Yes.
And instead, like I like responded the first time and then they responded with more stuff. And I sent them a text and I was like, hey, listen, I'm recording a podcast this morning and I have a date this afternoon. I want to respond to this with a voice memo or a call when I can be intentional.
Yeah.
I've never done that in my life. I am like
that's
ready to
grown.
fight always. So like that was kind or people please. It's one or the other.
Yeah.
It's very, very up and down. It's
No, but to be able
ground.
to respond to a situation, especially, okay, you did not anticipate this.
I had no idea.
Like
no idea.
talk happening.
No.
It was just kind of like put on you in a way.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
Which
That's
is
how
fine.
things like that go. That's
You
not
gotta do it.
That's not an issue at all.
Yeah, you gotta do it.
But to be caught off guard and then to be able to respond with like, I do want to respond to this, but I'm not in a place right now where I can. And
wanna
it's
be
going to be
intentional.
okay.
Yeah.
And I'll talk to you later.
Yeah, never
and
done that.
And to be able to sit here and like do this.
Yeah.
Talk about other things. I think that's on growth.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
But to be fully authentic,
yeah.
there is also like when they texted me, there was this like internal part of me that like I kept trying to send a voice memo and I just kept saying like, it's totally fine. Like everything's okay. Like it's like I think
Trying to
this is
smooth
or
things
like
over
explain myself or like
that's
which is
one.
hard for me or like minimize it or like brush off how I'm feeling. And it's like, you know what? I think that there's a way to be open and honest and actually heal this conversation. And I can't do it at 8:00 in the morning.
Yeah.
So I am going to sit with it. And like, it's not bothering me, but those people pleaser tendencies are in there.
Yeah.
And it's like, where I feel like there's been growth is that I have this sudden ability to recognize it and stop it and not impulsively act on it and be like, please don't leave me. Like, it's really not that big of a deal.
Yeah.
If you just keep exercising the muscle, at least for me, and I like just keep saying the things I want to say, I found that like people actually appreciate it when you're just
Way
honest.
more. Yeah.
When you're just open and honest.
Well, I mean, I just had a conversation with someone about that where it was like, it was the same thing. Like we kind of had this.
Oh, isn't
like,
that funny? I just realized that.
Yeah.
We both kind of are going through that.
Yeah.
Like,
how funny. Well, and it's funny because that we went through it basically with each other. And then now we're dealing with it with like the next
people close to
closest
us.
people.
Yes, exactly.
Like the other
Yes.
siblings in our
Yep.
lives.
Yep.
And, like sibling like
Yep.
people, whatever. So I just think, and that was like the biggest thing that we talked about was like, I need to be able to be direct with you without you fearing my response. But I also need you to be direct with me so I know what we're talking about.
totally.
Because I had no idea your feelings were so hurt.
Exactly.
I had
Yep.
no idea because you've been too polite.
It's
and
so
that's
important to
that's
not.
it's okay because I understand where it's coming from, but like we don't need to do this anymore. Like we can engage differently
Right.
and it's safe. And we just exactly like what you said about exercising the muscle. That was exactly what we talked about.
Yeah.
It's just like we just need to keep like exercising this muscle to build the trust.
Yes.
So that we both know that this is a safe place to like have conversations. That's it.
Right. Well, and it's so funny too, because I truly am finding like, I don't want to play off that like it's not really hard when I feel like I'm upsetting people or when people are mad at me. I think at my core, that's always, I mean, everyone
Well, it
struggles
never
with
feels
that.
good.
It never feels good.
Yeah.
But it's just hard talking about this stuff because it's like I never want to come across as like preachy or like I figured it out and you can too. Like I have no idea what
No.
I'm doing. Let's be so for real.
Yeah.
And at the
None of
end
us
of the
do.
day, I am a timid little baby who does not want anyone ever upset with her. I'm just learning that like it's very exhausting living that way because it's unavoidable. People are
Yes.
going to get upset.
People are going to get upset. It's just, it's
Yeah.
hard to own when you've let someone down or when
I
you've like
can't.
hurt someone. But it's also, it's the more you do it, the easier it gets. Obviously, that's like
Yeah.
not
No shit.
not
Yeah.
original at all.
Yeah.
But sometimes too, like it's not about you. That's the other thing
Yes.
I'm realizing. Like sometimes people's like frustrations and upset feelings are more of things that you're reflecting back to them too.
Completely.
And that's not to be like like, I'm not doing anything wrong, you know, like take accountability where you need to. But sometimes like when people are upset, it's like, it isn't actually something that you've done. It's just something that they're still working to heal. And sometimes like we project that onto the other person, and it's like, cause it's really uncomfortable and
so uncomfortable.
It just gets messy.
It does. And I also feel like, I'm really trying to, like, as much as I hate letting people down and as much as I hate, upsetting people and having them be upset at me, sometimes, because I am just a human as well, people are hurtful and don't do nice things towards me. And it's okay for me to be upset at that. Like, I'm so afraid of upsetting other people, but like, at what point am I also going to like recognize like, hey, no, they're just a human. They're going to fuck up and hurt you too. Like, it's okay to be hurt. It's okay to be frustrated. I'm allowed to like ask for an apology or express when someone hurts my feelings.
Yeah. I think that's the hardest part. And I think like, I mean, from what you expressed to me too, like, you know, about this, it's like, it's so easy to be like, oh, it's okay. Yeah. But I'm trying so hard in this season to be like, to not have that be my first response and just say thank you for apologizing.
Yes.
Because
that's the hardest step.
That's the hard to, because it's so easy to be like, oh, it's okay. Don't worry about, no.
Thank you.
Don't do that again. Yeah. It hurt my feelings. Thank you for recognizing it.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
But like also recognizing that it's really hard. Like, I am constantly reflecting and trying to own where I fall short, and it's exhausting. And I know that. So when someone can be like, yo, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
That
is so cool.
Literally turns me on more than anything else in the world. If you can, without me prompting or having to like
to just say
do anything, and you can just do it, we're good. You don't even have to say sorry.
So good.
I don't even want you to apologize. If you just say, yo, I was fucking shitty. Sorry. Here's why. We're good. I will always forgive you.
That's my favorite.
Me too.
It's just like the ownership, the accountability. Yeah. It's unmatched. And I think a lot of people have a really hard time with it because
most people, it's icky.
Oh, I did for years.
It's icky.
For years.
Yeah.
And I was just like wanting to point the finger right back at them, you know, and it's just like, and there's been certain relationships that I've been in where it's like, it's for whatever reason, it like certain people I have like even a harder time like owning my own shit.
Totally.
Because I just want to blame them for all my problems.
Correct. Yes.
So that's something I'm working on.
You know what's funny is sorry, I hit the microphone again, Polly. You know what's funny is you've been saying this for years, and this is the first time in my life where like I'm actually, especially this week, experiencing it. This week, the last couple weeks, time is crazy, but there have been moments where I felt like I have upset people or bothered people, whatever the case may be. And I have a lot of time on my hands because I'm taking a break from school. So I just sit here and spin about it. And I am realizing, or like again, we're not there yet, but slowly I feel the concept thawing of like what people, like you've said this for years, like what people think of you is none of your business.
Oh yeah.
I remember you saying that and being like, wow, that sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds really hot. That sounds really wise. I want to live by it.
Yeah.
Never did. Not once. Now I'm at this point in my life where I actually understand that it is so liberating to not give a fuck. Because inevitably people are going to get upset with you. Yeah. Inevitably someone is going to get frustrated or annoyed with you. If you just let them.
Yeah.
God damn it.
It's okay.
God damn it.
We're moving on.
But if you just accept the fact that that's going to happen.
Yeah.
That's what acceptance is.
How stoic of you.
Yeah. But like truly, I mean, at the end of the day, I think I've overthought my life so much that I'm just like, you know what? I know that I am not moving through the world in a way to intentionally hurt people or be shitty. In fact, I'm doing the opposite, and I'm really trying to live as authentic. I've never lived more authentically in my life. There's always room to learn and improve, and Lord knows I am fucking up a lot. But if I know that I am not trying to hurt people and I'm not being shitty where there's been times in my life where I know I am being, or that I'm not being honest or whatever. Right now, I know I'm being honest and truthful. So like if people's feelings are getting hurt, it's something that is like, it's not about me.
No, that is the biggest unlock.
You know? No, it's not
really
about
is.
me. If you're upset at me right now, it's because of like, I will apologize if I did something unintentionally, of course. Yeah. But I know I am really trying to stay in my lane in this season, and it's given me a lot of liberation and freedom. So like so people aren't just sitting there mad at me. No one's sitting there thinking about me, and I need it to be that way. Like I take great comfort in that. Like,
well, and the other thing, so that people think about me is none of my business. Yeah. That's like that and what's meant for me won't pass me.
Yes.
Are the two things that got me through a lot in the last few years. I got that one from Dax Shepard. I just think he's awesome.
Yeah.
But anyway, I also like in my like more recent challenging conversation with someone found that it's like also someone's reaction to what I have to say is also none of my business. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh,
like
we talked about, yes, I agree.
You cannot control how someone responds to you.
And they have a right to respond however they want.
However they want. And it's not like, I have done this so many times where I'm like, I control or try to control what information I give someone because I am trying to control the outcome and their response to whatever I've decided or whatever has happened because I like can't handle them being upset.
Yeah. Yep.
And it's like, that's not for me to do.
Right. And obviously there's a limit to that, right? Yeah. Like obviously no one should disrespect you, like scream in your face, like abuse you. That's a whole other issue.
That's different. Yeah.
But I do think that, I think I said this to you in one of our voice memos this week when we were just talking about conflict at like as friends. Yeah. And it's like, I have talked about in therapy and I journaled about it recently that while yes, I think it is important, like when people are being reactionary, I'm saying this as a reactionary person.
Yeah, I'm so reactive.
Yes, obviously we all need to work on controlling that reactiveness and like
or channeling it.
Yeah. And like keeping things respectful though at a bare minimum, I will always stand by. Mm-hmm. At the same time, as someone who gets their feelings hurt all the fucking time.
Yeah,
I'm a baby. I also think that there is a little bit of responsibility on my end to have the tools to cope with people reacting and it not devastate me. You know what I'm saying? Like people.
It's coping skills.
It's coping mechanisms. Like I'm lacking coping mechanisms. If someone seems mad at me or I think someone's mad at me my whole life, it has ruined my ability to be a functioning person in the world. Yeah. I will be in bed about it. I will. I've had conflict within my family before, with friends before, where I'm put on my ass for days. I call out of work because someone reacted in a way that made me feel like
I couldn't take the coping skills to handle.
I didn't have the coping skills. So like, we always keep it respectful up in here. If you're feeling reactive, of course, have the tools to recognize it and channel it in a different way. Mm-hmm. But if you're on the receiving end, have the coping mechanism to know it's probably not that deep. It's probably not that personal towards you. Mm-hmm. And you can still be a person and be in a conflict with someone and they're not going to leave you. And it's not the end of the relationship. Yeah. It's all good, brother. Let people be upset. Let them work through it. And then reconvene when we've cooled off.
Yeah, because it's like, I think at the root of it, it's like our own anxiety and our own like control issues. 100%. Hi, I'm trying to let go of the control.
Hi, my name's Kelly and I'm an addict of control.
Yeah. I think it has to do with our Pluto placements. But anyways.
I don't want to talk about that. Don't pull that string.
No.
Not going to do that.
Can't do it. Won't. Should we end this here?
Add to the intensity. Yeah. So basically Chloe and I are control freaks and we're trying to figure it out and we're learning really basic things at 30. So how's it going, guys?
This was such a mess.
We didn't talk about vacation. It's fine. We didn't talk about vacation. Next one. Moving on. Catch up.
This was kind of embarrassing.
This is so embarrassing. Actually, I'm kind of into it.
Okay.
The messier, the better. Yeah. Find us on socials at Let's Get Taboo. I'm going to cut it there. The interview, we got to find a new way to do that. Cause like,
so this is our outro.
Follow us on Let's Get Taboo.
Yeah. Engage with us. I think we should go.
We just stop talking.
Mark this down in the history books. The first time either one of us ever stopped talking.
Both of us just paused. I really like am picturing a TikTok of like us cutting back and forth to us just like looking like we should make
one of those TikToks like the Gen Z edits where it's just like you edit out all the words and you just leave all the breaths in. It's like
oh my god, we have to do that. Mine would be like fuck. Okay, now I'm done. Goodbye.
We have to go. Do you like that this is my new podcasting uniform?
Oh, I thought we were really going. No, I love it so much. The lazier, the better. You know?
No, I've worn this sweatshirt the last 3 times we've recorded.
Yeah,
so there's probably like 6 episodes now of just this sweatshirt, and it's kind of embarrassing. I have
well,
grease
they don't
stains all
know
over it.
anything. For all they know, we recorded 6 back-to-back episodes. Can you imagine? 6 back-to-back episodes would be like 24 hours for us.
I would die.
I would too.
I would wither. Well,
I'd probably be
it depends
fine.
on the day.
I would probably be fine, to be
I
honest
think,
with you.
honestly, we've done that.
We would probably finish and I'd be like,
We've
I
done
can do
that.
one more.
Not recording. I'm like, can we take the mics on a walk?
I
gotta stretch these
know.
hips.
I want to hire someone that like just like puts a secret camera in here like while we're having conversations. Because even though we're good at doing this,
No, we should. Well, the Ring cameras. People
We
do
gotta
that.
do it.
We should get a Ring and just like record our.
and not even have like a podcast setup, like we just post videos of our Ring conversations. Like I need to get one anyway to watch him.
We'd have to bleep out most of what we talk about.
God damn it! Well, then new goal. Let's get to the point where we don't bleep anything out.
Okay.
Oh no, that's not possible.
I'm too afraid to hurt people's feelings.
I know, me too. But I'm not a people pleaser.
People pleasing. Yeah, never. It couldn't be me. I've
Couldn't
never
be
people
me.
pleased.
No,
I've
I don't
never,
care.
I
Fuck
never
people.
peed my pants as a kid because I was embarrassed to ask for the bathroom.
Oh my God. I am completely unbothered.
no,
and I
we were
don't-
taking this listening test in school. Like,
Uh-huh.
okay, so it's a listening test. This is so,
Did you fail?
well, no.
Wait, like hearing?
So it was like this test of like, she would say the thing one time. She'd be like, draw a yellow squiggly line. And we'd
Okay.
have to do that. And so,
Oh.
and we had like our peaches up,
I
you
would
know,
kill
like,
at that.
and yeah, no, it was so good. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm a good girl.
Yeah.
I need to do this correctly.
Rule follower.
You know? Yeah.
I can pass this test.
So we're taking this listening test and I have to pee so bad.
Mhm.
Well, this is 2nd grade.
Oh,
And I was afraid to ask to go to the bathroom because we're taking a listening test. And
Right.
you have to listen.
right.
Talk about trauma.
Rule follower. Holy
And
shit.
I peed my pants right in class. And the person next to me, his name is Tim. Timmy.
Timmy.
And he
so
looked
cute.
and he let me copy off his paper.
Angel. Shout out
Yeah.
to Timmy, wherever you
And
are.
then later we had like these family group, like at the end of the day, like, or like, I don't know, once a month you do family groups. And
Yeah.
so it's like, you know, all the, like all the grades, there's one
Yeah.
person from every grade, you're
Yep.
in whatever.
Yep.
Anyway, so we're doing like our family group things. And then we came back and like the assistant teacher was like, I think one of the first graders peed during family groups over here, like Bob, like basically like no one knew it was me.
Did you let them take the fall?
Yeah, they didn't know who it was. So they just assumed it was like a little kid, but it was like, no, it was me. And then I had to go and try on Halloween costumes after that with my dad after school. And I was embarrassed because my pants smelled like pee.
Oh my God. You know what's so fun? See, it's interesting how like that can be interpreted so differently.
I would love to hear a therapist take on that.
Yeah, it's
Therapist
crazy.
is crazy.
A therapist is crazy.
Therapist.
Therapy up in
Therapy.
here. I see, like, I was such a rule follower, but I could not have my image tainted like that. I could not risk because
No, it
of
was
the embarrassment.
humiliating.
Yeah, no, there's no way. I would let my kidneys suck up all the urine, and I would need dialysis before I ever pissed my pants in school.
Yeah.
There's not my kidney failure.
Yeah.
Before that, kidney
Yeah.
stones, anything
before your
pissing my
reputation.
pants.
Yeah,
That's
and then
brave.
they asked me, they're like, "Are your pants wet?" And I'm like, "No."
Nope.
And they're like, "Okay."
Love that.
They just let it happen.
They didn't even investigate.
No. And I'm like, they probably smelled it. And
They
probably
definitely
knew I was
didn't want to
embarrassed.
embarrass you. Yeah, for sure. Those are good teachers, though. I mean, I feel like my people pleasing or like my rule following would come out in such a different way. I care too much about like my image.
Yeah.
I got a reputation to uphold. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not really at all. But there's no way I'd piss my pants. You wouldn't catch me dead. No way. I would have been like,
Is this you shaming me about pissing my pants?
No, this is me being
Be
like,
so for real.
No. I think the point I'm trying to make is that it's interesting because we're both rule follower type A, like, no, like I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
But it would come out in such a different result. Like I would see it as like, well, I'm not allowed to pee my pants.
Yeah.
That is breaking the rules. Like you go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
Like I see what you did as kind of rebellious. Like, no, I'm just going to piss right here.
No, I was trying so hard not to. Like I had pushed, like I had no control
I
of my
see.
bladder at that
I
point.
see.
It wasn't like I'm going to just pee here.
Yeah.
It was like, no, I
no, it
literally.
just came, your body took over.
Yeah, exactly. It's like when you throw up. It's like, it wasn't
you
like,
lose autonomy.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
it was just like,
so awful.
I was betrayed by my bladder.
Ugh, fuck you, bladder.
Yeah.
Come on, be a homie.
Yeah.
That's not a girl's
No,
girl.
it wasn't a choice to pee. Let's get one thing so straight. I did not choose that.
I can see that shit. You're kind
No.
of unhinged.
That's also not wrong.
I am aware. I know. So like I pictured as you were like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm not going to ask. I'm just
No,
going to
I
let
was
it rock.
humiliated.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's so sad.
Yeah.
That's trauma.
Yeah.
The fact that you remember the grade, the minute you said the age, I was like, oh, she was traumatized. When you remember details like that, I'm like, ooh, yikes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On
that note.
we gotta go.
Anyway, that was like a fun little like post-credit scene.
Was it?
Chloe pissed her pants in 2nd grade. It's okay, we'll unpack
Why
it.
was she afraid to ask to go to the bathroom?
know.
Anyways, okay, bye.
Bye. Yo, I gotta pee.